Now that we've made the Facebook page, it's time to go in and set up the ad manager. Make sure that before this point, you've already added in your payment information at the business manager level, or else it's going to get very, very annoying. So all you do is click add ad account. We're going to create a new ad account, and we're going to call this one, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to call it Modern Habitat. And you want to pick the time zone that is corresponding over to your Shopify. So whatever you set up your Shopify time zone to, set this time zone to be the same so the data can be synced together, and that way there's no loss in translation due to time. We're going to make the currency obviously US dollars. I don't know if you're in another country how you're paying for ads. This setting might be different, but we're going to make it US dollars. And then I've already gone in and set up my credit card, so I'm just going to pick that payment method. If you don't see a payment method come down, it means you didn't input your payment information the right way at the business manager level. Press next. And again, we're always going to be running ads for us, not for another business or a client. We're going to create this ad manager. And don't worry about which credit card you put in for now, because we actually won't be running any ads today. That's going to be much later in the course after you learn some creative stuff and also some ad strategy. You're going to want to give yourself the ability to manage the ad account, of course. And I'm going to sign myself. Perfect. I'm going to click refresh. If you have a business partner, you just got to make sure that you give them the permission to go into the ad account as well at the business settings level, which we've gone through. I'm going to click on this. And here is ad manager, right? And we're not going to be doing any ads. We're not going to be customizing any columns. That's going to be at a later lesson. I'm just going to teach you how to set things up the right way. And we're going to do the pixel integration the right way. So we're going to go over here and go to pixels. Okay. And we're going to be creating a pixel. So there should be no pixels in here at this point. We're going to hit create pixel. Perfect. And then we're just going to want to put in our URL in here, but you don't really have to. We can check it in another way. It's easier for Facebook to check that you've linked things the right way. So I'm just going to put in the URL. Now we're going to click on adding code using a partner integration, because that's going to be Shopify, right? And we're going to also turn on auto advanced matchmaking, right? That's really, really important here. It basically allows Facebook's algorithm to leverage even more information and also match people based on their email, phone number to their identity. It's a very powerful feature they came out with. You definitely want to do that. This will walk you through how to do this, but it's really easy. I'm just going to go over here and click on this number, and it'll automatically copy to the clipboard. If it doesn't, you just simply highlight it and copy and paste. And this is going to be your pixel code, right? This is the unique identifier for your Facebook pixel. And what the pixel does, and I'll explain how Facebook works in later lessons, is essentially it's the brain behind the scenes that does all of the learning. So it's really important that we do this the right way. Now we're just going to go back into the Shopify. Once we're in the Shopify level, I'm going to click on online store and then preferences, okay? And we're going to simply paste that code over here. Bam. And it's going to be integrated. So how do we actually check if we did things the right way? What we're going to do is go over here and Google Facebook Pixel Tool. It's just like the Oberlo Chrome extension. It's super, super useful and even lets you do some things to spy on your competitors. So I've already installed this to Chrome. Make sure you install it, and it's going to be this little thing right over here. And what this does is it lets you detect which pixels are on each website. So I'm gonna go into one of my favorite websites, ESPN, right? And you can see if ESPN is running Facebook ads. Yep. And in fact, they're using 2 different Facebook pixels, okay? And we're gonna talk about multiple pixels in a later lesson, but this is basically what it does. And it lets you see what types of pixels are triggering. So if I click on here, it'll say what I triggered, right? That's called a page view, okay? So that's what they've coded it for. You know, we're gonna have different pixel events. Basically, we're gonna go back to our website now. Now that we're on the website again, we're gonna click on the little pixel helper tool, and you should see the same pixel ID here, okay, as the one that you see over here. Okay, see how they're an exact match? That's what we're looking for. And we're gonna make sure some other triggers are working. So This thing is going to be called the page view. Anytime you see a page view event, it means that someone went onto your website. And we're going to test the view content one, which means they viewed a product. So let's open this. Yep, view content has been triggered. We're going to click add to cart. And yep, add to cart has been triggered, right? You see how this is integrated correctly. We're going to go to checkout. Okay. And then once we're here, you can see that, right, initiate checkout has been configured as well. And we're going to trust that throughout this process, purchasing has also been integrated correctly. Usually Shopify is not going to mess up if you copy the right code. This is just for your peace of mind. And in the future, you can also see how many pixels a particular website might be running. So that's how you set up Facebook's Pixel. And what that's going to do is be the engine that basically does all of the learning, right? So now we have an ad account, we have a Facebook page, we're ready to start thinking about advertising on Facebook and generating some sales.